Alright, ladies and gentlemen, recording again live. Playing against a 5 Dan and I'm giving 2 stones. That's, I don't think I can give 2 stones to be honest, but the system in IGS is set up this way. Or maybe I don't understand how the system works. So this is going to be super tough because my opponent is pretty good already and I'm giving out 2 stones. And he's playing very aggressive, so approach me from both sides. That's interesting. Can I counterattack because I'm behind already? He jumps, and what do I play here? Seems like I need to come out from this direction. But how do I do it? So maybe attach is the best way, right? Because it puts pressure on my opponent. I want to cut here because the ladder. So this stone is as if it's on here. Oh, it doesn't work for me. The ladder does not work. Okay. Yeah, if the ladder works, I can consider this cut, but now I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Okay, so have to defend from the inside. And now can I come up with something creative given that I have a stone at, I need to get my coordinates so my viewers can understand what I'm talking about. Connecting is definitely the most normal, but it's a move that I don't want to play, right? So connecting at R4 is redundant with my Q6 stone. So maybe I need something more interesting given that I'm behind. Maybe a more territorial move, that is to extend at R2. Probably a problematic move because leaving some weakness at S5 as well as S6. But I was behind, so it's better to play more aggressively. So here, when your opponent jumps at P10, usually the response is to just hop back at R12, right? Because I'm aiming at the peep at Q9 right now, right? So I'm talking about this peep eventually could be working. As if you played Q12 instead, that peep is less. It's much less severe. So let me first kick at R7 to fix my weakness in the corner. Alright, so he decides he wants a center here. Reasonable. Which makes my corner completely safe right now. So that's a trade-off. So black gets the center. However, however, my corner is completely safe now, so there's no worries. And now he's still leading by a lot because of the 2 stones. Yeah, because of the 2 stones advantage. So have to look for a fight here. Cannot really let black connect over here. Yeah, so pretty much have to drag these 2 out regardless of what happens. Don't really have a choice. The extension is nice. Leaves no problem. So this guy is really good. I really don't think I should give him, but I can give him 2 stones. I didn't really have a choice. Because now I'm 6 Dan plus. So this plus is the problem. This plus is where the problem comes from. I should probably just go to 610 instead of 610 plus. Because really my opponent is strong, like he's solid. I don't see any obvious mistakes till now. He probably played very perfectly here. And my win rate is definitely a single digit percentage because of the 2 stones at the beginning. And you see I'm not gaining any advantage anywhere. And his bottom is huge. And I have to look for something. If I let him add another move over here, that's gonna be a huge problem. So let's come in and see what happens. I feel like he's gonna jump at h3. I probably should have played h3 myself. Yeah, now I think about it, this f3 is a problematic move. I should have played h3, so that would be harder for him to deal with. But instead he decides to seal me from the top. That means my 2 space extension is very interesting. I don't think he should have sealed me from the top though. That's a little bit strange. Now we can go into the corner. Alright, so getting a cold, so Atari, well, that's a forcing move. I have to connect. I'm worried about he pushes down at e2. Yeah, the e2 is a huge problem for me. Okay, so I have no choice. I have to cut over here. And of course he's gonna turn, and I have to go for this fight, given that I have a supporting stone at a j3. What is funny is that I was just lecturing this this Joseki in my most recent Joseki lectures. So now now my corner is gonna die, right? If my corner does not die, that's probably game over for him. So but yeah, that's calculated. Now what I'm worried about is if he cuts, then if he cuts me at f4, the ladder still works. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. Yeah, this ladder is working, so I better get my stones out. Okay, let's get the Sente. So, and then we'll figure out something inside the site. So he has some liberty problems, and we have to take advantage of that, or else we will be dead. So that's a good time to read stuff out. Alright, so if I Kosumi at h4, he will make the tiger's mouth at g6. So first of all, that is not going to work. If I wedge at g5, that's time to read. Pushes at g4. Okay. So let's do some preparation before we do those things. I can't see any tactic in the middle, right? So I can wedge a g5. If you see what I'm saying, if I wedge a g5, he pushes a g4, and I don't have a follow-up. That's, according to my reading, I don't have a way to follow up with that. So I'm looking for some helpful exchange over here, so that there's something in the middle. Very, very difficult game for me. Like, black has made his corner really solid, and now he makes another solid move at m3. And I think the best way I can play this one is to lift myself, actually. I think I have to live this side, or else this is gonna be a problem. So let's wedge here, and hopefully we can live here. Should be able to, though. The way I see it living is eventually by playing J2, right? So you can read with me. So he's gonna play G4 and I Atari at H4. He will take my stone at G6, I Atari at F6. He will connect himself, and I make the tiger's mouth at J5. He played J6, I Atari on top at G7. So just a bit of reading practice for my viewers. Alright, so I'm not gonna play any conditional moves. Like, I'm not gonna grab another board and show you. It's important for you to practice reading, and the best way to practice your reading is just to read without playing any moves on a conditional board or something like that. So I will repeat my reading. So G4, H4, G6, F6, G5, J5, J6, G7, Atari, H6, right? I get all that in Sente, and then I drop down at J2. That should be, I should be alive like that, right? Sorry about that. Don't know where this cold is coming from. Just had a really, really tough game jam this weekend. Coding. I've been coding for like 36 hours straight for the game, and I'm glad that I actually finished the game. So this game is exactly as I expected, right? So I've read all that out. So I read all the way to here, and I said I should drop down. But should I drop down? Because I have a lot of weaknesses outside. But if I just Tanuki, I'm 100% sure I will not survive. So that means I have to live this side, and my outside is destroyed, and I'm still losing pretty much. Well. This is really hard, guys. I don't know. This guy is strong, and I don't know why this system is allowing me giving 2 stones. So annoying. Really want to sacrifice the stones in the middle. But guess that's gonna be a bad idea. But if I block, there's just that he's gonna attach at G8, and it's game over for me. You know what? I'm gonna sacrifice the stones in the middle. This is way too hard. At least now I keep my F6 group solid, by sacrificing about 14 points. At least now I can have some sort of chance. So usually facing this kind of peep, you want counterattack, right? Counterattacking is the first thing that comes to my mind. Instead of playing here, 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 right? Bad choices. So it's all about how I counterattack here. So yeah, that's a tip for you in general, right? Like we want to make use of this weak stone and gain profits from the outside. But now it's about how we do it. We also don't want to attach because this is a weak stone. If we attach, it makes him stronger. That's not a great idea. So I think the best move is to actually, reverse shoulder hit this stone. And now check this. We can crawl on the fourth line. So now first of all, black obvious cannot cut me at F7, and he decided to actually cut me at D7. So I can show you a little bit later what I mean in this local area. I think it's a good place to demonstrate something. So my reading is this cut is gonna work for me, and these two stones gonna die, right? So I don't know if that's a misread or something, because this cut is working. You cannot ladder my two stones on the fourth line, right? Unless I'm so tired that I can't read this out. I think this is gonna work, right? So black cannot really ladder from any side, so instead he decides to sacrifice the two stones, and I cannot allow anything such as this Atari and connect. That's a lot of points. But what do I play is the question. I obviously do not want to play this one because he can Atari, and I have no eye. Yeah, seems like black is fine actually. That's a problem. All right, the only move I see is the C8. So I think that's what I'm gonna play. The game's still kind of lost for me at this point. I have this corner over here. That's probably the same size as this corner on the left. And he's extra points coming from the center and two corners. So it's a very difficult game for me. Yeah, and here he kicks me, which is super annoying. And I don't want to extend, but I kind of have to. You know what? I'm gonna extend down for the territory, right? So I have to be very, very keen on territory in order to win the game, because I have no territory, and I have to respond to that kick because it's a serious move. Need to start an attack over here in order to win. Yeah, that's the move to play. The crosscut is good. That's how I would have played. Yeah, I like the crosscut. But now what? Okay. Can I think about the sacrifice? If I Atari, that's a good move. Can he Atari on top? I feel like he has the choice to Atari on top instead of connecting. So I'm worried about he's gonna Atari here. If he connects, that's also a variation that I need to think about. The first thing I think about is extending here, obviously, to save my stones. However, if I do that, he's gonna Atari at c14. When I connect, he's gonna block me at b14, and I don't have enough liberties. So I'm gonna eliminate that choice, right? Because I can't let my c13 stone die. Alright, so if I extend, Atari, block, right? Pretty simple reading. He has 4 liberties and I have 3. So, which means I have only one choice, that it's to sacrifice my 2 stones on top. And hopefully live in the on the side. So, clamp out, that's one choice. Attach here is another good one. So I think attach is better because it's territorial, right? For this one, I think I will extend into the corner. There's really no weakness over here because the push and cut did not work. And now I'm happy with this result because I got the territory balance back by a lot. Right, with the fact that I lived the corner with 10 points. This is actually more than 10 points actually. Let me just count. It's 11. It's about 11 points. Okay, and now he is working on this giant Moyo. All right, so can I let him enclose this part? I probably need to make a jump here. So this jump not only makes my group stronger, but also looking for... But there's no weakness over there. Okay, he attached. That's a good move. I'm gonna have to live. That's really annoying now. You know what? I'm gonna stir up some weakness. I like the Atari, but he's gonna Atari me at Q12. So if I Atari here, he's gonna Atari from here. When I take, he drags it back, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna live this side. Yeah, and my side is probably getting killed in that case. So it's better for me to bump here. And now look for some weakness. So before I live here or thinking about living here, I absolutely have to create weakness, right? On the outside. If black connects. If I ever allow black to connect at 014, this side is way too strong. I have no way to... I pretty much cannot destroy. This is all going to become territory, and the game will be super hard for me. Which is why now I decide to drag these 2 stones out. For the reason of being able to invade the site, right? So a lot of times in your games, it's a great idea to create weakness in your opponent's group. So you don't later face the problem of having to make really dangerous invasions. So now, as you can see, he does not have the upper side anymore. He's got a lot of territory over here, but it's limited because I have some sort of stones over this region. Another important thing is to figure out if this group will be alive. So if he he obviously needs to play q11, which I will Kosumi. He connects and I connect here, and in my understanding is that that's definitely a life group, right? So yeah, I think that's definitely a life. So I will need to settle. I'll need to settle my group on top before anything. It's very, very important. So for this one, he plays out this move. Okay. I have to be careful, because if I play this one and he plays this one, it might affect the life and death. So that is potentially a problem. But if I play this one and play this one, oh, he cannot play that one. Okay. So what is this honey on the first line doing? What is he trying to do? We have to be careful with these kind of moves, right? It looks like a detail, but the important things usually in the details. Or we have a better way to fix our group such that it creates more profits for us. So very important for it's a very good habit that I would like to tell my users is to not just play impulsive moves, because I know this T13 is going to work for me. He will connect and I will live. But do I have a better way to fix a sente like this? All right, so my thought is that maybe I can play this one. It tightens this 2 stones liberty by 1, which later on I might have this. It might give me the 09. That could be a problem for black, right? But if I play this one, am I going to be alive? It seems so, because if he plays this one, I connect, and that's pretty much alive. The best he plays is this one. The best he can play, but in that case, I think I'm still alive. So I'm going to actively defend myself at Q11. Right? So now black's Aji is serious over here because of this liberty. So I can extend, I can peep here. It's a lot of problem. But before that, obviously my top is the most important. So need to absolutely live those. Okay, double honey. I can also double honey. So this one, is there already problems? This one, that's a lot of reading to do. You know what? I'm gonna double honey. I don't see anything right now. That's the problem. Okay. Can I do this one? Right, so once again, take your time when you're trying to fix something. If you play this one, he's gonna Atari, he's got a lot of territory over here. But if we play this one, we have to be careful because it has a push. He has a push, and we have to find a way to defend that. My experience is that I will be fine, right? So I'm gonna extend here, and we'll see what he does. Right? This is a lot of reading in this region. When he plays K, well, he doesn't play, but if he plays K17, I think I have the L18 to defend myself. So now he plays the N17 instead. That's Ascente. And instead of defending passively, I think I will defend actively at M18. Always very important for you to defend very actively in your game. And that's how you can gain advantage. See, now I get a Sente, right? There's nothing black can do over there. The best is the Kosumi, in which case I'll connect. And he plays Tiger's Mouth, I will block here. I'm pretty sure I win that Liberty fight. if you see what I'm saying. So the best thing black can do is to Atari. I don't have much time, so I'm gonna play out a few moves here, and I will explain what I'm saying in this region later on. So now we can see that there's plenty of problems over here. There's a peep, lots of peeps thanks to my Q11 stone. We just need to figure out which one to play now. Peep here. If he connects, I push. He plays this one, nothing. Okay, so the safest way to get something is definitely this Q9 peep. And now, as you can see, we got a lot of profits over here. So that's really good. Yeah, and we should be happy with that. And likely taking the stone at P7 is a sente for white. So overall, I think my opponent is really strong, but I think I play quite well in this game. That the game is getting closer and closer, especially with my upper left corner. I think a lot of territory. I felt that black could have played something else to prevent white having about 11 to 12 points in the corner. But am I winning? I'm not sure, because black has quite a lot of territory, and have to play a very, very good endgame to ensure the victory. Not to ensure, to come back into the game. So it's probably gonna be a tough endgame need to play out. So speaking of endgame, I think my endgame is okay. It's decent for a 60. Even for a 7 dan, I'm pretty confident for my endgames. But definitely there's room to improve. But I would say I'm on early game, middle game. My end game is probably the best. Yeah, my middle game is the weakest. That's usually because my reading skills are just not there. Need to do a lot of life and death problems. And my early game is, it's so-so among the 7 dan and the 6 dans. Despite the fact that I actually teach Joseki lessons, it doesn't mean my early game is good. It's probably good for 6 dan, but if I want to go further, I have to do more studies. So here, I think, okay, he plays out that one, and I have to connect. That's just absolutely, yeah. I cannot say anything else to that. So as black, I wouldn't make more exchanges over here, because it doesn't make sense to do that. Here I'd say that does black need to make a move here to fix? Oh, not really, because my stones here are dead. That's very unfortunate, actually. Okay, I need to play moves. All right, let's play one move. Right, play out a couple moves. Another move, just to gain the time. The time is it's a serious problem. And maybe wedge here. I'm just gaining time moves. And yeah. Alrighty, so Oh god, I had 1 second. Jeez. Oh, that was a bad move, but it's okay. I had like 1 stone left. 1 second left. It was so dangerous. Okay. Finally, now I can think about how I proceed with my end game. So I have to play wherever is big. Right? So let's first play out this one. Let's get some centes. So when you enter the endgame phase, the first thing you need to think about is to claim whatever centes you have. Gonna make a peep here. Okay, he plays that one. Reasonable. Okay, I'm gonna play this one. Okay, and this one doesn't even work, so I have to play this one. So connecting at L8 is huge. It's huge in the sense that it's creating Aji in black's corner. I don't see what this push is doing. But okay, so instead he decides to decides to play out that one. I don't really understand because now I'm able to come into the center. So I think connect this one is necessary. Make no mistakes, I'm still behind in this game. Like in terms of points, he's still leading by quite a bit. I need some endgame magic to make this happen. Okay, and obviously he has all these comfortable centes. That's well played. That's well played by black. But now we got L18. Okay. Yeah, that's quite big. But it's a gote. Yeah, that's a lot of points. That's probably around 10 points. But L18 is huge, and I'll show you in a bit why that is huge. Before that, though, should I play out this this thing in a corner? He attached here. What can I do? Yeah, it's actually not as big as I thought. Maybe let's play out this. Let's see what we can do. We got to do something weird to come back in this game. Because otherwise I don't think I have enough territory. The center black has is way too big. All right, so this move needs to be played. That I know for certain. And now we come into the corner with the hope that we can play something cool. Well, with the hope of simply just having the Liberty fight in the corner. This is probably the best way for me to stir up something weird. To stir up something that is not clear for black. Otherwise, it's too easy, right? Obviously, I always want to connect my F14 back because it's absolutely huge. But before that, though, I have to do something in black's corner. Hopefully, gain some advantage out of it. And of course, my 07 stone was it was a mistake, right? Should I have just taken the stone here? But that was like I had 1 second left, so Really did not have time to think. But now since we have this this corner problem for black, so it's still not so clear who's winning here. While he's thinking, I might just make a really quick count. I'll just count with my viewers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not going to count the captures because I don't know how many captures. I'm just count points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He blocks out descent, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you count. And whenever he got a chance, he's going to descend. I have to block and have to do this and probably this to capture it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's about 9 points. Probably G18 is our point. Okay, so no, he does not give us time to read now. Let's see what he's doing. It looks like a good move. The Hane is interesting move. What do I play? Ooh, that looks like a really good move to kill my corner. Yeah, that's okay, I need to read this one out. So I'm gonna go with method of elimination. If I play R18, that's what I have in mind. If I connect here, somehow he hops in. That's I kills no I, right? So I'm gonna eliminate R17 or the R16. Those are moves that don't work. The other ones I haven't eliminated is this Atari. If I Atari, he's gonna Atari me at R18. If I connect, he's gonna take. If I take, he's gonna Atari back. And if I connect these things back, that's just not enough profits for me. Eliminated. S18 is also eliminated because he can play S19. It's I kills no I. If I play S19, he's gonna Atari, I connect, he connects, I Atari, and I have 5 liberties left. So that is also not acceptable. So the best move is for me to play R18. So a lot of time you can read things out with method of elimination for you to figure out the right move, right? If you know all the other moves don't work, then you have like one choice left. That's a possible way of reading things out. That also looks like a 4C move. If I play S18 though, I still have to look at this option. If I block, he pushes back. And Atari, what is going on here? Okay, there's a choice over here. What do I play? If I block at T17, which is pretty much our intuition, right? I think he's going to throw back at S18. He's going to squeeze at S18. I'm forced to Atari at S19. And then he has some sort of throw-in and Atari, and then I have no liberties left. So the best move is probably to play this one. So looks like I have 5 liberties. But what is interesting is that with S18, a good thing for me is that I have this tiger's mouth over here, which could make my life easier. Okay, so the ideal situation for me right now is to So first, let's get rid of this. So yes, as we can see, there's gonna be a liberty. He's gonna have to spend a few moves to kill my corner. And that's pretty much it. That's all what I can get from it, right? That's all what I can get. Don't think that's gonna be enough to win the game. But I really don't see any other things. We use method of elimination, and that's just the best we can do. Yeah, I'm dead in the corner, but he needs to spend a few moves. I said this one is huge, right? So we're gonna play it out. Yeah, just don't think I have enough to win the game. 5 we said, and we said here we have 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, because he pushes here, so 19 till here, and then this is not our point. So 19, this plus this plus this is 19. Probably there's something hidden here, so I'm gonna add half point, so 20. Now 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, right? Plus 2 times 2, so 25 plus 4, it's gonna be 29. And here this strip is ours, so this is 2 times 5, right? That's gonna be 29 plus 10, 39. This is our point. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, about 57. Yeah, it's about 57. Plus the things I have captured, 2. So he blocks here. I'm gonna make that as a gote. Yeah, I want to make that a gote. Let's play out a couple of sentes over here to make sure that he does not deny that at some point. And and this one is interesting. If he doesn't play, I keep crawling, and that has some points. And now maybe I can enclose this thing just to ensure that nothing weird is happening. Before that, maybe give a push. So I don't know. Is there some weird stuff going on here? No, I think that's a suicide actually. Yeah, that's a suicide. That's not gonna work out. So let's just play endgames. Okay. That's good. Alright, so we had like 59 points, right? So I don't think that's enough by any means. He needs to spend another move to kill here. So 1, 2, 3, 14, 16, and here there's a probably point, so 17, 18, 19, sorry, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. These two together, 27, 37, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47. Just quickly, 57 plus all that. Oh my god, I'm lost. I'm really lost. I'm losing by a lot, not just a little bit. No. There's nothing I can come up with. Maybe try to take this. Oh wow, I'm really behind. I'm not just behind by a little bit. I am like completely losing. Okay. I should have fixing it. Oh my god, this T2 is so bad. Yeah, I'm lost anyway, but I will later on show you why this T2 is such a bad move. And I can't believe I bragged about my endgame. Jesus, probably my endgame is the worst. This is like a 1D mistake for me. And I'll show you why. So I'm gonna resign here because I just don't have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough. I'm just gonna resign here. Way too behind. Okay, so let's try the review function that my viewer has talked about. So start review, and then I think it should be this. Wait a second. No, I don't want to join his review. I want to have my own review. So maybe just last game. Alright, so let's try this thing out. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm giving 2 stones, which is not reasonable because this guy is pretty strong. Just gonna quickly point out a few things. The beginning was pretty decent for both sides, but I'm just behind it. The 2 stones are too heavy. Attach is excellent because my cut is not going to work, right? So if the ladder works, just to show you that if the ladder works, sometimes we can just cut over here, and usually black will connect. And if this ladder, let's assume it works, black has to play out things like this, right? So then I transfer my influence towards the outsides by taking here. And later on, I can even cut at 3-3, causing some problems for black. So that would be a great variation for white. But unfortunately, this ladder is not working. So instead, that's not what it's played. I decided to play this one. That's correct. And I extend down. Leaving some weakness over here, but I'm behind, so I had to play very aggressive. Okay, and all these are very normal moves. Now I think about it, this kick is probably a little bit inaccurate. Maybe playing the small knight is more interesting, but I really don't know because black can also respond with this. not only make his shape better, but also blocks any connection underneath. Or he can Tanuki. That's also very, very good. So maybe kick was okay. And then he gets a Sente. That's really good. And here, if I play somewhere else, big problem, right? Like I basically assume that this is a wall. I can't really assume this is a wall, right? If this is a wall, then this is too big, and he has 2 stones outside. So absolutely have to create weakness. And then I pushed. Really not much to talk about here. That's probably a mistake. Probably a better move is to play this one. So get the toggles. Wait, my review is open to public. Hold on. So toggle coordinates. That's what I want. So probably the best idea is to play h3. That's a lot harder to deal with. But instead I played this one real quick. I think black best move is to jump down, right? First securing this part, and then these 2 guys cannot connect. Big problem for white. So in the game he decides to go from the outside. I'm not sure about that because now I can come in, and this one, and then this attach is probably too risky. I should have played this one. So very simply live and then drag these group out later on. Better chance of keep going with this, but instead this was played, and as we can see that I can't really go for something like this, right? If I go for this one, if I just play the traditional, look at this, black is totally winning like this, right? So fighting is my only choice, and then I think black played very, very accurately. Especially this pullback, wow, is an excellent move. It's not leaving any sort of aji, right? If you play anything like this, I have the potential to play out this one. And if I have a stone helping here, that might change how I play over here, right? So better to not give your opponent any sort of way of using your group. Then we played pretty much forcing variation. And now this one and this one is a Mii, right? If I wanted to fix everything here. However, after this move, I am certain that I am not going to be able to live. And it's just a clean kill, right? He's going to connect here and no way to live. So I value the territory more. I think that's the right decision. And then I sacrifice my center. I also think that's excellent. Here it's probably only place where it has some chances. So he plays that one, and then I cut. Okay, I have to cut. And he plays this one. Maybe I should have played this one. If he connects, then I can probably extend it out. But that's dangerous as well, though. I don't know. Maybe this one? Yeah, this one he can run. Doesn't really work. So I think cut was the right choice, actually. Yeah, the cut is actually correct. So it plays this one and extend, that's accurate, and then I play the C8. That is necessary, right? Like if I play this one, check this. He's gonna have this. So, but if I just go back like this, that's not gonna be acceptable whatsoever. Like, first of all, it doesn't have to connect, but even if he connects everything, this is a lot of territory, a lot of safety, right? So I need to keep this group not safe. So So in the game, we play out a few things over here. Right, so in the game I was talking about this very simple variation that does not work, right? So black has 4 liberties, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, so he kills me. And what are these 3 guys doing, right? Not doing anything for me. So I play correctly and then go into the corner. Here, black should absolutely block in the corner, right? He can't allow me to get so much territory. But instead, he decides to let me do that. And then played a few things out. Okay, and then at this point, I liked this move. I don't know if I could have Tanuki. If I Tanuki, is that a problem? I did not read that out, but I felt like it was a huge problem. But maybe I can hold myself like this. I don't know. This is just pure reading. So first of all, no eye on this side. But can I make use of black's weakness is a big question. I obviously want to connect and throw in so that this is a sente. And then is there anything I can do here? So number 1, I have this. He needs to jump. So I really don't know. So okay, let's assume I this one. Let's look at what happens. Okay, let's read it out. And this one. Here I have to be careful. All right. So if really have to be careful as how I play this one. This is actually a very complicated variation. So if I push here, he will block me. I play this one, he will block over here. And as you can see, that this is not a life. Even if there's an eye, it does not mean that I'm alive. So probably this one. I'm just going to play out what is going to happen. He's still going to throw in. However, I might have this. So that's why it's really complicated. I probably should have played out like this. Yeah, I should have gone for the sente. Really, really important for me at that time. Some requests. Yeah, I should have gone for the most aggressive way of playing. Probably that's my only chance. Yeah, that's probably the best way to play. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I have other misses in this game. So played out this one, and I pushed out. So maybe something more aggressive. Maybe jump here first, right? Jump, that's a sente he needs to fix, and I block here. And I just say this is already dead. It's very aggressive, but it's probably how I should have played. Yeah, so in that case, I can have more territory over here, and then his corner is squeezed. So that's probably a better way of playing. Now I think about it, but really hard to tell. I pushed out. This is not as big as I thought, right? So definitely play out this one. If he respawn, I block here. Check this. There's not much he can do. If he block, I come back. There's a lot of territory. So the best way for him to play is to actually play out this Tsuji. And I believe I am going to die here. So that's worrisome. Okay, so that's probably a big problem. So I can't really play like that. So probably after this exchange, I extend out. It's probably better than what happened in the game. Instead of not making this exchange. Because now, as you see, if he doesn't play that one, I can come into the corner. Now this corner might be in trouble. So yeah, that's an exchange that I should have made. And then after this, his corner is a lot larger and probably lost the game here. I come out and there's a lot reading going on, so I should probably have played this one. But if I play that one, he might connect here. So black can absolutely not play this one, right? Because there's a weakness. So yeah, this is a serious weakness. So black cannot do that. As we can see, if you connect here, I push here. Very simple, right? It's more simple than you think. This one will be countered by this one. So that would be game over, actually. So, but yeah, but even if it connects like this and push here, all what I did is to drag these guys out. But he can, but getting this in center is quite pleasant for white, actually. So now black has no more center. Yeah, so that's probably a bad response. So black can actually play more resilient moves, such as this one. When you play this one, there's still a ko going on. So pretty much it's like what happened in a game. Okay, so okay, someone wants to join, whatever, just let him see what I'm talking about. But if I directly peep here, the problem with that is it doesn't work, right? The tiger's mouth is here, which is why I need to Atari here first. But in the game, instead, I decided to play a simple one. I think it's okay. And then I was under tremendous time pressure. At this point, I think the game is lost for me. I should have played out this one. And he plays out this one. Don't really know. Probably equal. The value of these two are equal. So played out some moves over here. And yeah, and the corner, I thought there was something, but actually not really. So if I play this one, that's obviously not going to work, right? So the best move is actually what I played, which is the jump at S17. And he played out that one, this one. So if I play this one, black has a Tsuji. And I'm just going to show you what I read in the game. After this, my liberty is super tight. Big problem, right? So even if I take here, he can throw in. And I don't have many liberties left. So my corner is going to be dead. Big problem. Instead, I play this one. He just played very simple, right? So here, if I play this one, he's going to play this one. If I play this one, he's going to play this one, right? So my corner is just dead. And then all what I got is some liberty squeeze, and then okay. And here's an important point. You can save this as your exercise for today, right? Just check what is a better move to play. But you can even pause the video and think about what is a better move. But here, I should have played S3. I'll show you the difference. When black push here, now I can block. When you play this one, I can make myself alive, right? So I can block here. The point is I can block here. But let's say in case you have some other worries, I don't know what worries you would have. This one won't work, right? So this one is right? There's nothing. But check what I played in the game. I played this one. Huge difference. When black push, can I block? No, I cannot block anymore. When I block here, what? 1, 2, and 3. Right? So I am dead like this. Alright? So huge difference. When you try to fix your weakness, how you fix it make a huge difference. When I play this one, I can block here. So I got 1, 2, 3 points all secured. But let's say I play this one. When you push here, first of all, this point is already destroyed. So that's -1 point. So I lost 1 point. But more importantly, this push is another sente, right? Which means I lost 2 points just by playing incorrectly at T2. So that I'm very disappointed about, right? That's like a 1D mistake that I made. So totally should have played this one. And in your game, please, there's nothing obvious in the game of Go, right? Every time you can optimize your choices and gain most out of it. And that's how you actually become better. And that's how you actually become better at end game, middle game, early game, no matter what, is to consider your choices and play out the most to play out most efficient move as well as the optimal move. So big mistake by me, but at this point it doesn't really matter. I just resigned here, and I think that's a good time to resign because let's get a quick count for my viewers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? This will be my point. We'll count it like this. 6, and obviously this will be the correct exchange. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 4. That's 14. And then we will do this. So that's 19. 14 plus 5, 19. And here, this is just so ugly, right? This is how it's going to play out. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, plus 6, 29, 30, 31, 33, 34, 36, plus 8, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and probably 55, right? At this point, actually, you know what? This is not even my point, so that's 54. So how it's going to play out, it's like this, right? I have to connect here, and he's going to extend in, right? So this is not my point. So it's not really 55, right? It's really 54 instead. And plus whatever I captured here. So I have 59 as measured before. And how many points does black have? That's what we need to worry about. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 here, plus 6, right? Plus 6 over here, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. right? So if you consider how this is going to be played out, 30. Now let's assume that black eventually plays one move here. That kills the entire thing because black has an eye here. So we said here's 30. So now 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 46, 47, 48. That's already 48. 49, 50, 51, 52, plus 10, 62, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 72, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, plus 9, that's 85. So black has 85. So it's 85 versus 59. I didn't even count the captures, so actually it's 89 versus a 59, right? So black also has 4 captures. So I just don't have enough. I'm behind by 30 points, pure and simple, which is really strange that he's leading by so much. So he's as you can obviously tell, he's a very strong opponent. I probably need to play him even, and I can't even win probably when I'm playing him even. So yeah, just that's a very tough game, especially when you have 2 stones. When you have 2 stones disadvantage. All right, but I think you guys have learned something, especially this T2, right? It's very important for you to consider your alternatives when you try to fix something. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and liked something. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a like to the video. And thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys next time.